Okay, so here's my gaming PC. Previously, we upgraded the cooler. You guys can check out that video down below. Here's a little sneak peek. Glass is a little bit dirty, been doing some stuff, and there's a lot of reflections. But we did upgrade the cooler in the previous upgrading video, but there is something else. So on the surface, you see everything looks fine. It looks in order, and it is. The upgrade we're gonna make, it's not in the surface part of it. It's actually behind the scenes. It's under the hood. Check this out. Okay, so this is what it looks like behind the scenes. I took out the side panel, the one that hides all the cables, and I mean, it doesn't look that bad on camera. Trust me, it's really bad. And I have seen a lot better cable management videos, but the reason why this one is so messy is because I've been putting in parts, uninstalling them, and just playing around with the computer in general. Recently, I swapped coolers, and I didn't have all the time in the world to fix all the cables, and that includes some fan cables right there, splitters and everything. I have another fan hub right here. My desk is all dirty. These are marks that the legs on the computer leaves, and it's just dusty. Oh, and I also have a bunch of mustard colored cables here that just don't look good. They have sleeves, but you can still see the mustard bleeding through it. So with that said, you guys know what the upgrade is. It's a power supply. It's this bad boy right here, the Cooler Master 750 watt Masterwatt bronze power supply. Well, it's 80 plus bronze. The good thing about this one, all the cables are blacked out and it's modular. So the cables I don't need, I don't even have to connect them. I don't have to worry about hiding them in the power supply shroud. I just don't even have to use them if I don't need them. And that's gonna help a lot with the cable management. 750 watts. I don't think my computer needs that much, but I do have a lot of fans, a power hungry motherboard. I figured that should be enough and give me a little bit of breathing room. It also should have a very quiet fan. I believe it only turns on when it's on 15% load or more, which is probably all the time, but it's quiet. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna be, I don't even know what power supply I have now. I've had this computer for a little over 4 years now. March 2017 was when I got it, and that was before I even knew much about computer parts, so I don't even know what power supply I currently have, but this is a worthy upgrade. Let's unbox it. So now that it's out of the box, here we have the label that's on the side here. You could pause the video if you want to read it. See a bunch of numbers. It's a little intimidating to read, not gonna lie. But one thing's for sure, it's 750 watts and it's 80 plus bronze. And of course we have a fan up here, Cooler Master branding. It's upside down at the moment. This fan does not spin up until you get 15% or more of power consumption. And attached to the power supply, you cannot remove this one. It's the main 24-pin power connector that goes into your motherboard, and also the other 4+4 pins that go on the top left of the motherboard. And then of course you get the power cable that plug into the wall. I believe they're all the same, it's a standard cable. You get screws to mount the power supply to the case, of course, and you get all the cables you need. SATA power connectors, PCIe, Molex, and a few other goodies. Once again, information will be linked down below, and I'll have the exact information on what you get here, how many of each, and what kind. Okay, so that whole first half of the video was recorded about a month ago. I haven't had the chance to record until now, so finally finishing the video. The good part is that I've been using the power supply for a while now. Like I said, it's been a month, so. Now this isn't a full review of it because there are still many details of power supplies that I don't even know. But I'll give you guys my thoughts. So installing this thing, it actually wasn't difficult. I mean, it all depends on you. If you're comfortable building PCs, managing the cables, installing, blocks, power supplies, connecting, disconnecting things, then, it all depends on you. I was quite comfortable with it. It was actually really easy to install. And then because you get to choose what cables you need and which ones you don't, the clutter isn't there as much. If you don't need 3 SATA cables, you don't have to add them at all. Just leave them outside of the case, you're good. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get one of these power supplies, a semi-modular one, because you don't need all the cables and it's much easier to manage. The quality of the cables themselves is quite good. One of the main differences between this power supply and the one I previously had is that this Cooler Masterwatt 750 has all black cables. You don't see any mustard, red, yellow, and orange colored ones. These are all black sleeves. They're gonna fit in nicely in any case. No matter what color scheme you have, it's gonna fit in nicely. The cables are also nice and thick on important cables like the 24-pin power. They feel sturdy, they don't bend easily.
And if you do bend it, you know, to maneuver around the case, it doesn't feel like it's gonna snap or anything. It feels good. Quality. In terms of sound, so this is where it gets a little bit tricky. So I have 6 other fans in the case, 3 in the front, actually 8 fans, 5 in the front, 2 up top, and 1 in the back. The power supply itself has a fan that, I may be wrong, but I think it only speeds up when it's at 15% load or more. I can't hear that fan, so I have 8 other ones. I hear those instead of the power supply fan. That's good. But every once in a while, and when I turn on the computer, it seems like the power supply or the fan, I'm not sure which one it is, it's like a little hiccup. Here, have a listen. It's weird. I don't know if that just means the fan is starting up, because it happens like sometimes when I start playing a game, in the middle of a game or something, or just randomly. I don't know if there's a spike in power consumption and that causes the fan to speed up or something. I don't know what it is. But it sounds a little bit weird, and my desk also, it makes my desk vibrate a little bit, so I could feel it. Even if I have headphones on, I could tell when that turns on. It's not a big deal. I hope it's not anything defective, but it's something to just keep note of. Computer performance has been phenomenal. There's no issues there, nothing out of the ordinary. When you're playing games, editing videos, actually with Adobe Premiere Elements 15, the program I use to edit my videos, that one is mainly processor power. It doesn't use any GPU acceleration, unfortunately, but it heats up the processor a lot, uses a lot of power, and this power supply has no issues with it. If you need power, it'll give it to you, and no issues whatsoever. I also haven't noticed any whining noises, nothing like that. No components running extra hot or anything either. Now, I didn't try overclocking it because that's a whole separate video. I'm a noob at overclocking. I haven't messed with that stuff yet. But with this power supply, 750 watts, it gives you space to overclock. You can definitely do it. And one of the most important questions about this power supply, who would use it? What computers is it for? So I think my computer is a perfect example of what it's meant to be for. You know, we have an i7 7700K, a GTX 1070, a black case, so the cables will fit in nicely, and 8 fans. Each fan doesn't require too much wattage, but 8 of them, and then this processor and this graphics card. With a 750 watt power supply, you should be able to power all that easily, and then have a little bit of breathing room in case you want to upgrade anything in the future, maybe add a second graphics card, or just some other expansion cards. I think this power supply is perfect for a computer like this one, so if you're in the market for one, it's semi-modular, cable management will be easier, and it's excellent. I got it for $80 about a month ago, like I said. I'm not sure how much it costs now, but it will be linked down below. Alright, so that's going to conclude this upgrading video of my PC. I like to think my computer is now worth a little bit more, now that I've swapped the power supplies. But tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.